Hello! Today I'm going to talk about an invention I created. You see, 2 weeks ago, my ethics class was assigned by our teacher, Mr. Graves, to create an original invention that would fix something that was wrong in our school. So, the invention needed materials, it needed a 1-minute video to talk about it, it needed designs to show all the different measurements and everything. And I had no idea what to do. But then, I saw a guy throwing my backpack in the recycling bin. And it made me think, that really should have gone in the trash. So I came up with the idea to create a disposal unit where no one would make any mistakes about putting the wrong things in the wrong places. Now for the design. Every disposal unit has 4 main parts: a trash and general waste area, a place for plastics, a place for metals, and a place for papers. I created a design to incorporate all 4 of these. Now, the real question begins. Who owns this wonderful invention? I created it, but there are other people who deserve credit as well. The thing is, if Mr. Graves never gave me the assignment, I would have never invented the champion can in the first place. And for the school, if I didn't go to the school I went to, then I wouldn't get the exact kind of education that led me to taking a class which allows me to invent the champion can. Credit must be given where it's due, and it gets kind of complicated because of this. There's also another group who has a stake in the invention as well. You see, after we created all of our things, we uploaded them to a site named Quirky. Quirky is an inventor site, and they take 30% as stated in their terms of service in exchange for letting you use their services. You see, terms of services are like contracts. Once you hit that button that says, I agree to the terms of service, you are basically signing a digital contract, and contracts are only broken under very special circumstances. So, once you sign that contract by hitting the terms of service button, there's nothing really much you can do. This means Quirky does have some ownership of the invention because I signed that contract. This is an undeniable fact. The thing about these websites is that even though you are signing a voluntary contract, it's not really voluntary in some ways. If you're a desperate inventor without much money and you really need to spread the idea of your invention, then you want to use the website. If you're really desperate, is that truly a voluntary decision to agree to those terms of service? In some ways, it's kind of like getting mugged. Hey, all I did was hold a gun to him. He chose to give the money to me. These websites aren't illegal or anything like that, but they take advantage of an abusive system already put in place, the class divide. And if you're taking advantage of an abusive system, is that really ethical? This is a dilemma. Here is a quote explaining why students, including myself, have right to their own inventions. And just as users can be in a relatively weak position against corporate holders of information, students as creators can hold a weak position. Regardless, under U.S. law, authorship gives students rights to control their work, notwithstanding that it's created in an educational context. What this means is it doesn't matter where you create work, or whether you're a student, whether you're doing it in school, whether a teacher assigns you something. If you create it, then it belongs to you and you alone. Despite this, the school and Mr. Graves do deserve credit, and this presents an ethical dilemma. If the credit is to be split among the school, myself, and Mr. Graves, who decides how much goes to where? Is there a mediator or a judge, a moderator, or anything like that? How should it be decided? Who gets the most? Who gets the least? This is a dilemma. Overall, I own my own invention, while Quirky has a stake in it. Quirky does use an abusive system, but is a technically legally site. In addition, Mr. Graves and the school do have some of a stake in my invention because they are my educators, but it's unclear about how to measure how much they have and whether they should get any profits from it, which is a dilemma. Overall, I own my own invention, while Quirky has a stake in it. Quirky does use an abusive system, but is a technically legally site. In addition, Mr. Graves and the school do have some of a stake in my invention because they are my educators, but it's unclear about how to measure how much they have and whether they should get any profits from it, which is a dilemma.